Hello everybody, Jim Ryan here, Head of Products with Solavei, and I am going to take you through today a little bit more on the details behind the Outreach Manager that we just launched and help you figure out how it all works and how you can start spreading the message and bringing in all those new members underneath your business. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to go walk you through the process here. So where we are right now, you're at your dashboard. This is to be found at my.solavei.com. Put in your username and your password, and this is the first thing you see. And just to orientate you, in case you are completely new to this process, on the left-hand side, what you'll see is the community feed. You'll see what's going on. You'll see what's shaking. The thing to keep in mind in the feed, here's how the feed works. There's only a few things you need to know. You need to know how to follow. Like my buddy Scott here is a guy who I actually see a lot of, so actually why don't I go follow Scott? I roll over his picture, I bring up follow, boom, I'm now starting to follow Scott. So the first thing you need to know about the feed is follow people you want to hear from. The second thing you do is filter. You go up on this purple bar here, you click the purple bar, it'll bring up a number of different items for you to filter, okay? Check it out. Following. Guess what? I now see Scott. I see Kirby. I see people that I'm following. The other key thing to know about the feed, you go in here, check out activity. Anyone who puts at in there, when they say at your username, you will see that and you will see your responses. That is how to keep kind of the flow going. All right, that's the feed. Now, you see in the top right here, you see your fast action bonus module. This keeps you up to speed of what's happening with your fab. And this will change into a My Network module after you actually complete your fab. But everyone just got started. We just launched this company on Friday, so we're still very much into the early stages here, so everyone sees their fab. More to come on that later. You'll also see some great tips from me. Go check that out. That tells you how to be a great sponsor. Below that, you will see a couple of other pieces of information. There is how to earn, and gives you a little bit more compensation, and then there's how to share the message. You can get to Outreach Manager from there, or I'll show you how to get there from the top nav. On the top nav screen, you see there's 4 key places you can go. You can go to network, you can go to account, you can go to support. You can also go check service anytime you want, and this means you go in, put in the zip code, and see if we can offer service. Second thing you do is you can pre-qualify a phone. Click on that, bada bing, bada boom, EMEI number. The IMEI will tell you how the phone is going to perform on our network. Please check that for any new phone, any bring your own phone that you want to bring onto our network. But let me take you through here. Oh, and the other 2 things is I'm showing you everything. This is your messages. Click on that and you find your messages. Click on that and you find your notifications. Okay? See who's notifying you. Click on notification. You actually can go and view posts. You can go check out what's going on. That's how you keep track of things. That's how we tell you what's happening. But let's go here. Let's go into network. All right, so I was on dashboard. Make sure I don't lose anybody. I was on dashboard. That's the center. I can click on any one of these buttons anytime I want. I click on network. Now it shows me my network, which, by the way, new feature. Boom, I can check out my fab connections. This is how many people I got my fabs. I got my first trio, my second trio, my third trio. I got one more away to get my third trio. Okay, by the way, I'm not getting paid for any of this. I just use this as a means and as an example. But this is all good. This is what you should see when you go into your business, when you go into your network. Then I can also see all my connections. I can go check out what's going on there. Cool little tab here. I click on that. I can see anyone who's one away. Just so happens no one in my network is one away right now. They got to get to work. I will reach out to them after I'm done with this little call. All right. So, but here's what I want to talk about. You go into network. You go into Outreach Manager. Outreach Manager is your way to go and communicate to the world. Outreach Manager is the power of you as independent marketer to use your existing facilities, to talk to your friends and family about Solavei. You'll see here your contact tracker. Shows you the amount of send-outs, the amount of responses, the amount of enrollments. What are those things? Well, go check out the little thing here that tells you what they are. Send-outs, that's anytime you go and push out invites, push out messages, push out posts and tweets. We just keep track of how much you've done it. And this gives you a sense of kind of what's your noise level in your community. The second step is people who've reacted to that, people who have actually gone in and they've clicked on something. They're reading your messages. They're actually responding to your emails. They're going into your guest book. And then third is what's the results? How many people have actually come and enrolled? So it shows you what's happening and the progress you're making. Okay? You'll see right here is your My Invite link. You can take this link, you can copy this link, you can put this link anywhere you want. Okay? That is a critical feature here. So you can go and you can create your own content. You can put that on the bottom. Anyone who clicks on your personal link, they will come to solavei.com and they will see you. All right, so now let's get into the meat of this. So now we're going to go invite some friends. You can click here, you can click any one of these icons here, and it's going to take you into this next screen. This shows you the content that's available for you to outreach. And you'll see this content has a number of different options. Sometimes we'll have content that's just appropriate for Facebook, sometimes just appropriate for email, sometimes just appropriate for Twitter, okay? This actually is the buttons that you hit to go and send this content out to your friends and family. Now, let's start with an email. So you just want to start on the first one, you want to click email. You can go and you can manually put in someone's email address, and I will just go put in my business address here. Okay, so how about if I want to import a address? I can go into any one of these things down here. I can import from Gmail, from Yahoo, from Hotmail. In fact, what you guys should be doing is you should be exporting all your contacts from the lane, and then you should be importing them into one of these three email types, and then from there you can import them into your Outreach Manager. So let me go into Yahoo, and I just agree that I want to connect to my contacts, and that'll bring up a little manager here to show me what's what. That is probably not her current email address. I'll send my buddy Johnny V. I'll send him a little outreach. He'll be excited. Okay, so now what you got here is you go to your message. This, you can choose this as you'd like, right? Hey John, what up? Check this out. Right? And what'll happen is you'll have this content and you will also have that message. If you want, you can go edit the trailer, because what we have is the ability to there's a footer that goes with all your emails that go out, and you can decide if you want to send your email or not as part of that. You can decide if you want to send your phone number or not. You can decide if you want your Facebook or Twitter, but I'll leave all that in there. I want them to reach me. You can check the message out and see how it's going to look when it goes out. And then you can simply go ahead and press send. And when you press send, bada bing, bada boom, your messages are out. So, and by the way, Johnny V is now added to my tracker. So let's go check out the tracker real quick here. You go into view tracker. And when you look at tracker, you see, boom, so I just sent Johnny an email. And then if Johnny responds to it, if Johnny comes in and checks it out, I will get a little update that tells me what John's up to, so I can reach out further to him. Okay? But let's continue on with Outreach Manager, because email is just the first powerful thing you can do. You can also go and share on Facebook. Right? In fact, I've already shared this one on Facebook. Go share particular favorite here. What do we got here? Let's go do the Solavei Vision. So we'll share the Solavei Vision on Facebook. And it's just a matter of clicking that, and that's a little blurb that's going to go. I can put it on my timeline. I can put it on a buddy's timeline. I can send a private message to someone. But let me just throw it out there on my timeline, a little shout out. And you'll note, everything that goes out, you'll see this little thing here? It contains your personal link. So when someone wants to go through, they go through, and we tagged it that came from you. Let's go send that shout out on Facebook. How about we go and let's do this one on Twitter. Boom, hit that. Now, if I wasn't signed up, if I hadn't linked Facebook or Twitter yet, I would get a message here that would tell me that I just need to go connect in Facebook and Twitter. Let me just go show you where you'd go to do that. We'll take you through this process. But if you need to go, and anytime you want to go hook up with Facebook or Twitter, let me show you what you do. You go into your user right there. You go into your settings. And in settings and privacy, you'll find Facebook and Twitter. And right now I'm connected to both, so I'm not going to get that message. If you weren't connected, you would get a message. Okay? So let's go back here to network and let's go check out outreach again. Right now we have gone and we have not sent our tweet yet. Let's go tweet this one. Boom. Boom. Guess what? We have just sent out. I've got all my Facebook friends, all my Twitter followers. I've got Johnny V checking out the Solavei content. And what happens is that they will go, and when they click through, they will go to the solavei.com site. Now, a couple of key things, because I see as I'm reading the feed and as I'm getting feedback on Facebook, I know there's a number of questions here about the enroll button on solavei.com, about tracking and how it's done. So let me help you out and explain to you what we're up to. We are absolutely building all of these capabilities for you, the membership, for you guys to enroll people. We are making this as simple as possible, and we also want to make sure that we are tracking folks coming in so that everyone gets credit where credit is due, okay? We're not trying to do anything in terms of getting members that don't go around other members. We assign every single new member to a member. It is not physically possible to sign direct line to this company. We do not allow it, okay? Now, however, let me just make sure people understand. There's been some confusion because sometimes when people click through the personal link or click through some of the outreach content and they hit the enroll button that's in the top right-hand corner of solavei.com, they might not see their picture pop up as part of the enrollment process. And that is actually because it was designed that way. And what happens is we're actually tracking you in the background, but we just don't show the sponsor's picture in the top left-hand corner in that particular scenario. We are going to go change that, and it'll get up in the next few days where anytime you come into the enrollment process through any type of link, that the sponsor that you came from will show up in the top left-hand corner during enrollment. That'll take us a few days to get there, but in the meantime, you have my personal assurances that you are being tracked, that if someone came through your personal link, if they came through content that was provided on through Outreach Manager, or if they came through the enrollment button on one of your web templates that you've built, we track that process. And when they get to the sponsorship assignment process, your picture will pop up as their default sponsor. We just didn't put it in the UI of all the enrollment flows. We only put it in the UI of the enrollment flow when you actually click the enroll button from the My Solavei community. But we will add that scenario to all enrollment flows so that everyone sees that there is a sponsor there. Okay, that's one change that we will make. But even in the meantime, have confidence that when you outreach to people and people come through, people will be assigned to you as their default. Now, the other key thing is that the enroll button. And let me just make sure people understand the enroll button. The enroll button is there for you. The reality is that when you outreach to people and you send them a piece of content or a video, that is not going to be enough for them to make a decision about Solavei. We want them to come into the solavei.com site. That site has been built for you guys. It's been built to explain the value of Solavei, to get people excited, and to get them to hit that enroll button. And sometimes it's not something that'll do right away. Sometimes they'll need to look through the site. Sometimes they'll have to consider it. But the goal is that as soon as they hit that enroll button, that they come on through. Now, let's just say, I was speaking to a member earlier today, and he pointed something out to me, that what happens if someone comes through, they look at the site, but they decide not to buy today. But they come back later, and maybe they come back through a different browser, or they come back and somehow we've lost the cookie that understood that they came from you. Well, when they come through the enrollment process, we don't know where they came from. However, when they get to the sponsorship assignment section, the first thing we do when trying to figure out who could be the sponsor of this individual, if there's no one that we can see in the link and there's no one that's recorded in the enrollment process, we look at the contact tracker. We look to say, is there anyone who's been outreaching to this person? Is there anyone that has interacted with this individual? So if you use Outreach Manager, if you put people into contact tracker, then when they come through and sign up, you will get credit because we will search the tracker, we'll find the people or persons that actually interacted with this person, and we will assign them. It is our objective to set up sponsorships as efficiently and appropriately as possible. It's the most important part of the relationships in this business, is the relationship between a new member and their sponsor. So we absolutely want that to be the right relationship. So we will look at the contact tracker first. Now, if there's no one in contact tracker, if someone just literally comes out of the blue and enrolls, that's when we kick off our what we call our orphan process. And our orphan process is based upon, first and foremost, geography. Who is closest to this person? Is there someone in their zip code who's already a Solavei member who we can assign as a sponsor who can help them out? Now, there'd also been a question about the level we use to establish who's qualified to get orphans, basically. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to reduce that level. So anyone who is a social partner 3, which has 2, that equals 8 total trios, 2 of which need to be personal network trios. Just as long as you reach that level, you are now qualified to receive orphans. So when someone in your zip code actually comes in and doesn't have anyone assigned to them, you'll start getting orphans assigned to you. You will get a notification message when someone comes in and enrolls. Woo-wee! You just got yourself a new member, and now we expect you as their sponsor to outreach to them and to say, hey, welcome aboard. How can I help you? How can I make sure you're activated and that you know how to turn around and bring in new people? Okay? We are doing everything in our power to make sure that we are appropriately assigning and appropriately aligning sponsors and members. Okay? That is about all I got right now. I'm going to continue to update you guys in the next days and weeks. We're going to continue to hone this process to make sure that it delivers what you guys need in order to really be able to go and leverage the full power and potential of this brand new medium that we've just delivered, which is called social commerce. We're not going to get it perfect right away. We're going to continue to work on it. We continue to want your feedback on how to do it better. And I promise you we'll continue to improve. And we are going to fundamentally change the way people actually exchange value and consume products and services online, through social, and through Solavei. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Rock on.